Another Day, Another Story. The Reformation, A History is a book written by Diarmaid MacCulloch, a British historian and professor of the history of the Church at the University of Oxford. The book was first published in 2003 and has received widespread acclaim for its comprehensive and accessible account of the Reformation. The Reformation was a period of profound religious and social change in Europe during the 16th century. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. It was characterized by the rise of Protestantism, the fragmentation of the Catholic Church, and the broader transformation of European society. Martin Luther's posting of the 95 Theses in 1517 is often considered the starting point of the Reformation, and it led to widespread theological and ecclesiastical debates. Diarmaid MacCulloch's book covers the entire scope of the Reformation, providing insights into the key events, personalities, and ideas that shaped this tumultuous period. MacCulloch's work is known for its scholarly rigor, engaging writing style, and its ability to present complex historical developments in a way that is accessible to both academics and general readers. The Reformation, A History explores not only the theological disputes but also the political, social, and cultural ramifications of the Reformation across different regions of Europe. MacCulloch pays attention to the diversity of the reform movements and their impact on various aspects of society, including art, education, and governance. Martin Luther and the 95 Theses, 1517. 1. The Reformation is often traced back to October 31, 1517, when Martin Luther, a German monk and theologian, is said to have nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the castle church in Wittenberg. 1. Luther's grievances were primarily directed against the sale of indulgences by the Catholic Church, challenging the authority and practices of the Church. Spread of Protestantism. 1. Luther's ideas quickly gained traction, and the movement spread across Germany and beyond. 1. The term Protestant emerged from the protests of German princes who supported Luther's cause. 1. Other key figures, such as John Calvin in Geneva and Huldrych Zwingli in Switzerland, played crucial roles in shaping the Protestant Reformation. Council of Trent, 1545–1563. 1. The Catholic Church responded to the challenges posed by the Reformation with the Council of Trent. 1. This ecumenical council addressed doctrinal issues, reformed certain practices, and reaffirmed traditional Catholic teachings. 1. The council played a significant role in the Counter-Reformation, a Catholic response to the spread of Protestantism. Wars of Religion. 1. The Reformation era was marked by a series of conflicts known as the Wars of Religion. 1. These included the German Peasants' War, the Schmalkaldic War, and the 80 Years' War, among others. 1. These conflicts were fueled by religious, political, and social tensions between Catholics and Protestants. Henry VIII and the English Reformation, 1534. 1. In England, the Reformation took a unique course under King Henry VIII. 1. His desire for an annulment of his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, coupled with political considerations, led to the break with the Catholic Church. 1. The Act of Supremacy in 1534 declared the king as the supreme head of the Church of England. Cultural and social impact. 1. The Reformation had a profound impact on various aspects of society. 1. It influenced education, with an emphasis on literacy and the translation of religious texts into vernacular languages. 1. The Reformation also played a role in shaping the development of art, music, and literature. 30 Years' War, 1618–1648. 1. The conflicts arising from religious and political tensions culminated in the 30 Years' War. 1. This devastating war involved many European powers and resulted in significant changes to the political landscape of Europe. Legacy. 1. The Reformation left a lasting legacy, contributing to the pluralism of religious beliefs in Europe. 1. It also paved the way for the development of different Protestant denominations and influenced the emergence of modern individualism and secularism. Martin Luther's life and theology. 1. Martin Luther's journey from a monk to a central figure in the Reformation is fascinating. 1. His theological insights, particularly the doctrine of justification by faith alone, challenged the prevailing views of salvation. 1. Luther's translation of the Bible into German also played a crucial role in making the scriptures more accessible to the common people. John Calvin and Calvinism. 1. John Calvin, a French theologian, expanded on Luther's ideas and developed a systematic theology that became known as Calvinism. 1. His teachings emphasized predestination, the sovereignty of God, and the importance of disciplined Christian living. 1. Calvin's influence extended beyond Geneva, shaping the theology of Reformed churches across Europe. Anabaptists and Radical Reformation. 1. The Anabaptists were a diverse group within the Radical Reformation. 1. They advocated for adult baptism, the separation of church and state, and communal living. 1. Anabaptist communities faced persecution from both Catholics and Protestants, and their ideas influenced later movements, such as the Mennonites and the Amish. The Catholic Counter-Reformation. 1. The Council of Trent, as part of the Counter-Reformation, not only addressed doctrinal issues but also initiated reforms within the Catholic Church. 1. This period saw the emergence of new religious orders, such as the Jesuits, who played a significant role in missionary work and education. Henry VIII and the dissolution of the monasteries. 1. King Henry VIII's break with the Catholic Church had profound consequences in England. 1. The dissolution of monasteries resulted in the redistribution of wealth and land, impacting the social and economic fabric of the country. The spread of the Reformation in Scandinavia. 1. The Reformation took root in Scandinavian countries, with leaders like Gustav Vasa in Sweden and Christian III in Denmark promoting Protestantism. 1. The transition from Catholicism to Lutheranism brought about significant changes in religious practices and governance. The Huguenots in France. 1. In France, the Reformation faced challenges, leading to conflicts such as the French Wars of Religion. 1. The Huguenots, French Calvinists, were a significant Protestant group. 1. The Edict of Nantes in 1598 granted religious toleration to Protestants, but it was later revoked in 1685 by Louis XIV. The impact on education and literacy. 1. The emphasis on reading the Bible and understanding theology led to increased literacy rates. 1. The establishment of schools and universities by both Protestant and Catholic authorities contributed to the spread of education. The printing press and dissemination of ideas. 1. The invention of the printing press played a crucial role in the rapid spread of Reformation ideas. 1. Pamphlets, books, and tracts circulated widely, allowing for a more decentralized dissemination of information and contributing to the democratization of knowledge. Legacy and long-term consequences. 1. The Reformation had profound and enduring effects on the religious, political, and cultural landscape of Europe. 1. It contributed to the rise of individualism, the questioning of authority, and the diversification of religious beliefs. Witch hunts and the supernatural. 1. The Reformation era witnessed a surge in witch hunts and trials. 1. The fear of the supernatural and the association of witchcraft with heresy led to the persecution of thousands of people, particularly women. 1. The intersection of religious and cultural beliefs played a role in these tragic events. Iconoclasm and religious art. 1. The Reformation brought about changes in religious art and iconography. 1. Iconoclastic movements, fueled by the belief that religious images were idolatrous, led to the destruction of many artworks and religious artifacts. 1. The visual culture of churches and religious spaces underwent significant transformations. Radical Reformation movements. 1. Beyond Lutheranism and Calvinism, there were radical reformers who advocated for more extreme changes. 1. Groups like the Munster Anabaptists, under leaders such as Jan Matthys and John of Leyden, established a short-lived theocratic regime in the city of Munster. The Peace of Augsburg, 1555. 1. The Peace of Augsburg was a significant treaty that aimed to settle religious conflicts in the Holy Roman Empire. 1. It established the principle of cuius regio, eius religio, whose realm, his religion, allowing each ruler to choose between Catholicism and Lutheranism for their territories. 1. However, it did not recognize Calvinism, leading to continued tensions. The Spanish Inquisition. 1. While the Spanish Inquisition predates the Reformation, it continued during this period. 1. The Inquisition sought to root out heresy and maintain Catholic orthodoxy. 1. Conversos, Jews and Muslims who converted to Christianity, were often targeted, contributing to social and religious tensions in Spain. The St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre, 1572. 1. The St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre was a violent event during the French Wars of Religion. 1. Thousands of Huguenots, French Calvinists, were killed in Paris and other cities. 1. The massacre intensified religious conflicts and had a lasting impact on the relationship between Catholics and Protestants in France. The English Civil War and Interregnum. 1. In 17th century England, religious and political tensions erupted into the English Civil War. 1. The conflict between parliamentarians, Roundheads, and Royalists, Cavaliers, resulted in the temporary establishment of the Commonwealth of England under Oliver Cromwell, marking a period of religious and political upheaval. The 30 Years' War and the Peace of Westphalia, 1618–1648. 1. The Peace of Westphalia concluded the 30 Years' War and had significant implications for the balance of power in Europe. 1. The treaty recognized the independence of various states within the Holy Roman Empire and allowed rulers to choose their territory's religion, expanding the principle established in the Peace of Augsburg. Colonial impact. 1. The Reformation also influenced European colonial ventures. 1. Protestantism and Catholicism played roles in the establishment of colonies, shaping the religious landscape of regions such as North and South America. Intellectual and scientific developments. 1. The Reformation era coincided with the Renaissance and the early stages of the scientific revolution. 1. The questioning of authority and the emphasis on individual inquiry contributed to intellectual and scientific advancements. Diarmaid MacCulloch's The Reformation, A History provides a comprehensive exploration of these intricate and interconnected events, offering readers a nuanced understanding of the multifaceted nature of the Reformation and its enduring impact on European history and complexity of this period, providing a detailed narrative that explores the diverse threads of the Reformation across different regions and theological traditions. Overall, Diarmaid MacCulloch's book is considered a landmark work on the Reformation, offering a nuanced and comprehensive understanding of this pivotal period in European history. If you're interested in the Reformation and its multifaceted impact on society, this book is highly recommended. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.